Hey you guys, it's Megan and today I'm coming at you to discuss the Oscars because tonight is the Oscars. When you're watching this, I'm filming this on Saturday, the day before, and what's so weird is that I followed the Oscars so closely and I love it so much, but normally I don't even watch. I usually just look up the winners the next day. Maybe things will be different because they're making all those changes where there's not a host and stuff, because that's the stuff that I just don't care about. I just want to see the winners, you know? But yeah, tomorrow or today when you're watching this is the Oscars, and I am so happy because I was able to see every single one of the Best Picture nominated movies. And that's my goal every year, is to see all of the nominated Best Picture films, and I always miss one or two, but this year I saw them all. So I thought I would do a recap of my thoughts on all of the movies. There's 8 movies. I have them written down here so I don't forget any, and just kind of chat with you about what I hope wins at the Oscars, anything that just is on my mind regarding the Oscars. So if you enjoy watching me get ready, this will be fun, and if you like hearing about movies and stuff like that, you'll also really enjoy this. So I already primed my eyes and stuff. Oh, before we get started, I was requested by Lainey Bugger, one of my subscribers. Hey Lainey. I just saw the comment this morning, so I was like, let's just do it. And she asked to see all of my Stila Shimmer and Glows swatched because it's hard to tell the difference if you're shopping for them. So I have all of the ones that I own on my hand, and hopefully you can see that a lot of them are pretty different. So the top one here is Boheme, which is the only one I have in full size, and this was in a limited edition collection. I'm not sure if Nordstrom Rack still has this, but this was on major sale. I bought it for full price. Now it's $10. So this is actually one of my favorite shades. I think it's really brightening and just absolutely gorgeous. Then we have Cloud, which is this one here, and it's so unique. It's like a lavender with a gold shift. It's stunning. I really love that. Over here we have Kitten, which is their namesake color. And what's so weird, and I didn't realize this until last year, but isn't the phrase steal a kitten weird? It sounds like you're stealing a kitten. Steal a kitten. Strange, huh? But that one is super bright. It's like a champagne. Very beautiful. And these are they completely dry down. So they're very long wearing. Then over here we have Jezebel, which is a rose gold color. I haven't worn this at all, but I think in the summer I'll get some use out of that. Then we have Twig, which is this really deep chocolate brown. These are so pigmented, you guys. They're so nice. And then the last one is Pigalle, which is a cranberry shade, which I will love to wear in the fall. So those are all of my Stila Shimmer and Glows. I don't think I'm using them in this Get Ready With Me, but I wanted to do it when I just had seen that comment, so I hope that this was helpful. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to recreate a look I did yesterday because I absolutely loved it, and I'm going to put on lashes because I'm trying out to see if I like wearing false lashes, so we're just going all out. Alright, so the Oscars. Oh my god, this is the 3rd or 4th year that I have seriously followed the Oscars, and I just love the process of trying to see these movies. I don't know, there's something really fun about it, and it pushes me to see movies that I probably wouldn't have seen, and I just really enjoy film. So I like almost every visual art that there is. I love theater, I love concerts, I love TV, I love movies, I love plays, dance, all of that stuff. So seeing these movies has been really fun, and I think has really expanded my view of many things, and just has made me a more well-rounded person. So I'm gonna go in the order that they list them, which is in alphabetical order. So Black Panther, that came out what feels like a century ago. It came out a year ago, but like what the Oscars does is this is for the 2018 movies. So even though like it seems like forever ago, it was in 2018. So Black Panther was amazing. I really love it. And the more that I've thought about it, I really do think it's the best like single superhero based movie. And that's because it has like a full story, and there's like all this backstory that like I don't read comics, so I didn't know anything going into it, but they do such a great job, especially if you see it at least twice. I felt like I could like catch on to things a little better when I saw it the second time. And it's just so well done. I listened to a interview with the costume designer of Black Panther, and that was fascinating because weren't their costumes like so amazing? And she said that she based a lot of it on like African like clothing and then mixing it into superhero clothing. And I just found that so interesting, and I loved Michael B. Jordan in this movie. Like, he was the perfect villain, I think, for this movie because it was so complex, like his like struggle throughout the movie, and what he was doing was wrong, but he felt like he was owed something, and it was just a really fascinating movie to me. I loved it, and I'm so happy that it got nominated for Best Picture because there's never been another superhero movie, as far as I know, that has been nominated for Best Picture. There was like some Star Wars movies, and Lord of the Rings has been nominated in the past, but never like a superhero movie. And I think this Black Panther deserves it the most out of all of like the Marvel and X-Men movies and stuff that I've seen. So really, really, really love that movie. Okay, just to recap what I've done on my eyes, I used the Laura Mercier Au Naturel Caviar Stick in my crease and blended it with my finger. And then I used Amethyst, just the normal one, not the intense, and put that on my lid. And then I used Makeup Geek Prom Night. I don't have to check, I know it. I always like test myself, like what are these shade names? Do you know them? And that's Makeup Geek Prom Night, which is pretty much a dupe for MAC Satin Taupe. So I just put that on, and then I'm just kind of like blending it into the crease, and it just makes like the most like simple, beautiful eye. And then I'm going to add glitter on top of it, so that makes it really fun. Okay, so we're gonna put on glitter while we're talking about a serious movie, because the next one is BlacKkKlansman, and I did not see that when it was in theaters. It came out last summer, and I just saw it on Redbox. So Redbox is a great resource if you want to see like movies that have come out in the past year. I used to do Redbox like weekly in high school. I would always be at Redbox. I would be rushing to return it by like the next day because you only have it for 24 hours. And I don't know, getting a Redbox movie just like brings back good memes to me. So I got BlacKkKlansman at Redbox, and I am like so in awe of movies that really stick with me. And pretty much, yeah, every single one of these movies on this list, I think except for one, has really, really stuck with me. And BlacKkKlansman is one that I've thought about a lot since watching it. And it's based on a true story of an African-American man becoming a cop and like going undercover in the KKK. And like just that premise alone is mind-boggling, and the performances were so good. I feel like David Washington definitely should have been nominated for Best Actor because Adam Driver got nominated for Best Supporting, so that kind of feels weird. But all the performances were really good. Topher, what is his name? Topher Grace or Topher something. He was so like convincing and terrifying as David Duke. So scary. Like, and that guy still is alive, like the real one. So it's a really interesting story. Like, I did not know this story before this movie, and it has really like made me think a lot after seeing this movie, like especially like there's so many things, but one of the things that really is thought-provoking to me is about Adam Driver's character and being Jewish and having to say such terrible things to like kind of like convince the KKK to let him in. And he never really felt a connection to his religion, but now he's thinking about it all the time, and like it's just weighing on him when it never did before. And that kind of thing, like the awareness of like who you are and what you are, I guess, is just really interesting. And like the ending, I did not like see the ending of the movie coming with like, I don't want to give everything away, but there was like a bomb, and that shit was crazy. And it was just a really, really, really powerful movie. So I really liked it, and Spike Lee is nominated for the Best Director, and I didn't know that he's never won an Oscar. Like, Spike Lee to me is one of those like pillars in Hollywood that has made so many movies, and I really like a lot of the directors in the nomination pool, but I'm wondering if Spike will either win Best Director or if he'll win, I think it's Best Adapted Screenplay because it's based on a true story. So that would be really great, I think, if Spike won at least something, because I think he deserves it. Okay, so I just put on Steal a Kitten, and I have this little sample that I'm trying to use up, and I took out the stopper, which was a struggle, you guys. But so I'm trying to use it up because I can tell it's drying out, but just look at that magicalness that it creates on the eyes. Like, it looks like fairy dust. It's so pretty. I really, really love it. I have a few other glittering glows, so I wouldn't need to like run out and repurchase, but I really, really do love it, and I would repurchase down the line. Okay, now I'm gonna do liquid liner. This is something I'm testing today. I'm really scared because I wore this last Saturday and it was a disaster. So this is the NYX Epic Ink Liner. It's just a really nice brush tip applicator liquid liner. It's so easy to apply. It's so beautiful, but it like transferred like crazy into my crease, and I went out on Saturday night like to an event, and Lord knows how freaking crazy I looked to all those people there. Like, oh my god, I can, like, I'm still horrified by it, because when I came home and I looked in the mirror, I was like, is this what I looked like the whole night? Like, I had like mascara down here, I had my liquid liner on my crease. It was not cute. So I'm testing this today because I don't have anything like super important that I'm doing today, so I want to see if it was just like a fluke or what. But if this transfers again, I refuse to use it because it just makes me look like a psycho. But we will use it for now. Okay, the next movie on the docket is Bohemian Rhapsody. So I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody a lot. Me and my mom, and I think Rachel, went to see it when it first came out. Like, we saw it opening weekend, and it's a really fine, enjoyable, fun movie. It doesn't deserve Best Picture. I'm sorry, it does not. Like, and I have listened to so many podcasts, and it's like laughable to them that this movie is getting as much attention as it is. And it's not to say it's a bad movie, it's just not the best movie. Like, not by a long shot. And what I thought was interesting, and that I definitely think is happening, is that like the voting bodies are voting for Queen. They're not voting for this movie. Like, everyone loves Queen. Like, it was such, they're so iconic. Like, they've shaped our pop culture so much. And yes, it's a like okay, good adaptation of their like run as Queen and of Freddie Mercury. And I don't know, I will be horrified, honestly, if it wins Best Picture because there are so many more movies that deserve it than that. And I really liked it. So don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, what is going on? Like, why is this getting so much buzz? And then like, there's like controversy around it. So there's a lot that like, I just don't want it to win. That's like pretty much the bottom line. Okay, next is The Favorite, and I saw this movie last fall or winter, right when it came out with Caitlin, and she had wanted to see it, and I wanted to see it because it was probably going to be nominated for an Oscar, and here it is. So we saw it, and honestly, the more that I thought about it, the more I liked it, but my problem with it is the ending. I pretty much enjoyed the entire movie until like the last quarter, and that's what sticks with me, is like the last bit of it, and like the end, like the very end was just like weird, and like I guess that's the director's style, which is fine, but like I am just not like the biggest fan of this movie, but I did like a lot of aspects of it. So while I don't want it to win Best Picture, I think that it's a good movie, and I really think the performances of like the three leading ladies, Olivia Colman, Rachel Weisz, and Emma Stone, were amazing. So I really do like it. I like it more than I thought that I did, especially after like thinking about it a lot, because like I said, pretty much all these movies have really stuck with me and made me think a lot about like what I saw and reflect on it. Because a lot of the times I just make like a decision right after seeing the movie and like leave it at that. But I really tried to like listen to other perspectives on the movie, like through podcasts especially. And it's just been really cool to like challenge my thoughts, I guess, on art. And yeah, so I like The Favorite. It's not my favorite, but I do think it has like a lot of great qualities to it, and it was pretty funny. A lot of it was pretty funny. So there's that. Then, okay, let me actually wash my hands before we get into the rest. Okay, the next movie on my list is Green Book, which is the most recent movie I saw from the Oscars nominations, and it's the one that like completed my collection of seeing all of the Oscar nominated movies. So I loved and enjoyed this movie so much, and since watching it I have heard rumblings that there's like a lot of controversy around it, and I have not looked into it. Like, I just haven't had time. So I want to just like note that that I haven't looked into the backstory of it and how accurately it represents either of the parties, because I know that the son, I believe it's the son of Viggo Mortensen's character, had a big part in this movie. So of course that leads you to wonder, like, was Mahershala Ali's character portrayed accurately? So I can't speak on that, but it is something that I want to check on, because since it is, they say in the like first slide, inspired by a true story, so you would hope that it's accurately representing it, but when they say like inspired by, I feel like they might be taking some liberties to change the story to make it into a better movie. So that's all I'll say on that, because I'm not like educated on what the controversy actually is. So I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it had a great balance of dramatic and serious topics as well as humor. And I really love the chemistry between Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. I love Mahershala Ali, and pretty much I would watch anything with him in it, because I think he's so talented and so purposeful with his portrayal of characters. And I absolutely loved him in Moonlight. That character, I think it was like Don oh, I don't want to say, I can't remember his character's name, but that character just made me fall in love with Mahershala Ali. And ever since then, like, I've looked for things to watch that have him in it. So I was really excited to see him in this role, and he was just phenomenal. And I loved the friendship aspect of it. I love like friendship movies, and yeah, so I really enjoyed it. Me and my mom both really enjoyed it. It seemed like the theater was almost full, and this movie has been out for months and months and months and months. Like, I was shocked that the theater was pretty much completely full, because I've seen quite a few movies lately that are like Oscar nominated, but the theater is not that full. This theater was full on like a Sunday afternoon. Like that, I feel like that speaks a lot to people's interest in the movie. So I really enjoyed it. It's not my pick for Best Picture, but I think Mahershala will probably win Best Supporting Actor, even though I would love to see Sam Elliott win. I'm going to get into A Star is Born very soon, but yes, we will speak about that then. Okay. Roma is the next movie. So you guys know when Roma came out on Netflix, I watched it that very night, and I was so taken by this movie. Like, I just let it take me on the ride that it wanted to take you on. And I will say, after seeing it a second time, I got to see it in theaters, which was really exciting. But I will say, seeing it a second time, the movie is very slow. Like, it progresses very slowly. Like, it's not like an action, like, adventure movie. It's definitely just like a slice of life movie where things are just like progressing like a normal life would, and it's not always that exciting. So I will say that it's a pretty slow movie, but to see it in theaters, especially for the last like one of the last scenes at the ocean, worth it 100%, because that scene immerses you like crazy, and you feel like you're trying to catch your breath, because you feel like you're being swept up in the ocean as well. Super great and interesting cinematography, really great directing. I think Alfonso Cuarón will win Best Director for this movie. This movie will definitely win Best Foreign Language Film, and I think that it will win Best Picture, because it is, I don't know, to me it is like a true Best Picture film. Like, it has that art to it. It has like it like touches on historical events that are very like powerful with in Mexico, which I don't know the history of it, but it seems like there was a ton of unrest and just horrible things going on in Mexico during that time. And then I'm so happy that oh my gosh, I haven't like learned their names yet, but the main actress and the supporting actress are nominated for those performances, because I think they really deserve it. I don't think they'll win, but I think that they did an amazing job, especially considering how like subtle the film is, I guess, and you really have to be paying attention. And that's what I liked about it. I thought that it really captivated me, and it didn't always tell me what was going on. It showed you and made you like infer, and that's why I think it'll probably win Best Picture. Okay, the movie that I'm so excited to talk about, that I could talk about for the rest of my life, is A Star is Born. If it was a perfect world, I would want A Star is Born to win Best Picture, and I would want Lady Gaga to win Best Actress, and I would want Bradley Cooper to win Best Director, and I would want Sam Elliott to win Best Supporting, and I would want Shallow to win Best Song, which it probably will. This movie, like, I feel like it's part of me now. Like, I love this movie so deeply. Oh shoot, I forgot to put on my favorite powder. I'll just do it anyway. I think about A Star is Born like daily. I listen to the soundtrack almost daily. I like, oh my god, they just did such a phenomenal job and I can't wait to buy it on DVD. However, I'm waiting for a better sale because it's not really on a good sale yet. But this movie is one that I would watch over and over and over again, and I can just imagine, like, loving this movie for years and years and years to come. And it's not, like, the most fun movie or anything. Like, it's a very sad movie. But the way that it's done and, like, the journey it takes you on and, like, seeing it through Allie's point of view, I just love it. And there's so, like, I just feel so much when I watch A Star Is Born, and I'm so, like, devastated that it hasn't been getting a lot of recognition. Like, it's almost won nothing other than for Shallow, and they definitely deserve to win for Shallow, but I think they deserve to win for other things as well. And I'm just pretty bummed that for whatever reason, they have not really been, I don't know if the right phrase is, like, they've not been taken seriously, or I don't know what it really is, but, like, Bradley Cooper wasn't even nominated for Best Director, and, like, little things like that just make me feel like they, like, think this movie is a joke. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something weird going on with it. I'm always about, like, the conspiracy theories. So I would love for, at least for Gaga to win Best Actress, but I know that Glenn Close will win. Like, and me and some of my friends that are into this kind of thing as well, have talked about that it just really sucks that, like, Glenn Close deserved to win years ago for, like, other performances. And I saw The Wife when I was on a flight, and, like, I don't think this is, like, the one Glenn Close should win for. And I don't know, I just hate that the Academy, like, doesn't give people the awards when they earn them. It's like they're like, oh shit, like, we didn't give Glenn Close an award 20 years ago, so now we have to give her one because, like, how many more, like, main actress roles will she have in her career? So Lady Gaga could very well have won, but she's not going to because Glenn Close never got her time. And that kind of stuff really, really bothers me the more that I learned about it. And yeah, so A Star Is Born, you are the star in my life, and not that it matters to you, but I'm just so happy for Lady Gaga that she's, like, a main actress in something, and she did such a phenomenal job. Like, that performance is just beautiful. I love her as Allie. I love her as whoever she is, and I don't know. I just really, really love that movie. So now I'm going to try to apply these eyelashes, and this is probably going to be a comedy. So I'm going to, like, go off camera for a minute and, like, situate myself, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use the Ardell Demi Whispies. I'm terrified, you guys. I do have, like, eyelash, like, applicators, but I'm going to try it with my fingers. Here we go. Okay. And I laid these on my eyes to, like, line them up. Ooh, that seems good. Okay, just, like, stay. Oh my god, did I do it? Oh my god, I did it. I did it. Okay, now have to do the next one. And I like these because they're not super, super long, but they add good volume. And I'm such, like, a bad eyelash, fake lash person. Like, I feel like you're supposed to apply mascara first, but I didn't. I forgot. So I might have to apply some on top, but I feel like that's a no-no. Okay, so I have to let this, like, sit for a few seconds. I'm just using the Duo lash adhesive with the applicator. I think that it's the easiest to use. And I used to never think that, like, letting it sit for a minute would make a difference, but it really does. Oh my god. Okay, is it even on my eye? I Feels like it's like floating away. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay. I think we're in business. Don't touch it, Megan. I'm so fidgety. So, I feel like I should have put it like up. Whatever. Just leave it, okay? Just leave it. And I had a few different pairs that, oh, I was gonna try these ones, but whatever. Tomorrow is a new day. All right, so let's try to have this go as smoothly as the other eye. Oh man, this is like a harder angle. Okay. Nope. Too far, too far, too far. SOS. Oh my god. Did I do it? I think I did it, you guys. I'm gonna like push it. I think I did it. I think I did it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let me put on my lipstick before I mess something up, because if I touch it, I'm gonna mess it up. I've been trying to use up my NARS Rakugan. I love it, but I would love to use it up. And I don't know. It just feels good to use something up. Oh my god, you guys. I feel like I'm a badass right now. Like, whoa! Okay, I have a few last touches other than my eye situation. So I'm just gonna add a little more brow gel. Oh my god, I forgot. I have one more movie to talk about. Vice. So I saw this movie a few weeks ago and I really, really enjoyed it, especially for the performances. So I didn't like know anything about this because when like the Dick Cheney and George W. Bush thing was going on, I was like in elementary school. So like, I don't really know. But I think that Christian Bale's performance of Dick Cheney was amazing. Like, he really does do the best job of like those transformation roles, at least that I've seen. And I think he deserves to win Best Lead Actor. I think Rami Malek will win because people are voting for Freddie Mercury, not Rami Malek. We saw like this random PBS award show. It was like sponsored by the AARP. It was so random. And Rami Malek and his co-stars won Best Ensemble. He gave like the worst thank you speech ever. Like, he didn't even like let the other people talk, and it was for like ensemble. I don't know. It just like put a bad taste in my mouth. It was like, oh my god. Rami Malek's ghost is like haunting me. I don't know. It just seemed like really weird. Like, I think he's just awkward, but I think that Christian Bale's performance was better. But Vice was super interesting to me. I especially love the parts where it reenacted like the focus groups that they would run to hear about like real people's perspectives of what's going on in politics and the government and different laws that they changed the names of, like death tax. Like, they changed it into death tax to make it sound like a bad thing, but it's really like benefiting the rich. And there were other things that I can't remember right now that were similar to that. And that's the kind of stuff that fascinates me about politics and that makes me sick about politics. And I just thought it was a really, really interesting movie. And again, I don't know how like factual it is, but it was really interesting and I really did like it, but it's not my pick for best film. Okay, so I think I just want to, is there anything I need to do? I'm like so nervous. These are gonna like fly off my eyeballs. And I think I want to like touch up with this eyeliner, but I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I probably will do it off camera. And have you guys been crooked? I'm sorry if you have been. But those are all my thoughts on the Best Picture nominations for the Oscars. So I think that Romo will win, though I would really love to see A Star Is Born win, or Black Panther I think would be two like amazing options for Best Picture. Those two were definitely my favorite movies out of all the ones that I saw, and I don't know, I just really liked this kind of roundup video. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Let me know what you think will win tonight at the Oscars. I would love to hear your thoughts, and if you have different opinions than mine, that's completely fine. Like, if you love Bohemian Rhapsody, like, keep loving it. I'm just like intense about like who wins Best Picture, so I'm just like a freak. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you for watching me like actually be able to apply fake lashes. Like, this is a huge victory. Like, this is going to make my day amazing. So thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Bye.